Hi, my name is Mike Hawes and I'm an application engineer with Agilent Technologies. Today I want to tell you about BenchLink Data Logger Pro. This is a easy to use software program that comes along with the 34972 data acquisition unit. And today I'm going to show you a couple of advanced features, primarily focused on multiple scans and being able to sequence between those scans. So let's take a look at the computer here. So now let me describe the scenario we're going to be running with our demonstration today. Basically, we're going to be looking at the temperature of a heater, thermistor 1, and we want to keep it within a high and a low limit. So we'll heat up that temperature by turning on the heater, and when it hits a top limit of 27 degrees, we're going to turn off the heater automatically. What I also have available here is a couple of manual switches where I can turn on a fan manually or I can turn on the heater manually. The way that we're going to turn off our heater when it hits the top limit is with alarm 2. So you'll see an LED go off and that will override the manual switch. Let's move to BenchLink Data Logger. Here's the Configure Scan List screen, and as I mentioned, we have two scan lists in our scenario today. One is the run up, where we're heating up the heater, and we'll see the temperature rise. And the second is run down. Let's take a look at the run up scan. We're only looking at one of the multiple channels that we have available, and we've selected T1, that's the thermistor associated with the heater. We can set up the function and other different parameters for the specific channel. And in this case, we have a limit set. As we've mentioned, if the temperature goes above 27 degrees C, that's our high limit, then we're going to issue an alarm, a hardware alarm number 2, and that will basically turn off the heater. Let's take a brief look at the other scan, which is the run down. Again, we're really only going to be looking at thermistor 1, which is measuring the temperature of the heater. But we do have a limit set there where if it goes below 26.5 degrees C, then we will jump back to the other scan list and start heating the heater up again. The Configure Events tab shows this sequencing, and I'm going to show you a nice feature, which is the state diagram. The state diagram here shows both of the two scans. Remember, we have one is run up, heating, and the other one is run down, cooling. So when we're running up, if we hit that 27 degrees limit, then it will sequence down to the other scan, run down, cool. And when we hit the limit of less than 26.5 degrees C, that will run back up to the run up heat. So we have an infinite loop going here. When we hit the stop button, then we will eject either out of the run up heat or run down cool sequence and stop the experiment. Here's the actual events that we're using. Again, we have the run up heat where we're checking above the 27 degrees. And if we hit that, we do alarm 2. And then our next step would be to go to the run down cool sequence. And that's here, and here you can see that we're looking at the limit 26.5 degrees C, and that's the lower limit, and then we'll go back up to the run-up heat, so that's where we're getting the infinite loop. So let's go ahead and run the scenario. I'll start the scan. You can see we're starting to measure T1, and I've turned the heater on manually, and it's going to start to rise. The line there shows 25 degrees C, so when we get up to 27 here pretty quickly, you're going to see it set the alarm 2. You'll see the little light go on. There it goes. And we're going to jump to our other scan where we're going to turn off the heater, and you can see it starting to roll over. I'm going to simulate maybe a door or window being opened by turning on the fan. So here comes the breeze, and you can see that it's going to decline faster, the temperature. So it's going to be declining. We're down to about 27 degrees now, and once we get down to 26.5, you'll see another red dot, and this says we've hit our other event, and we'll be moving back to our run-up scan. So we're just about there. There we hit it. You can see the red light going on. And now we've jumped back up to the run-up, and it's the heater's back on, and it's cycling back up. We'll be now jumping to run down again. So that gives you an idea on how it will run. And that concludes the demo that we have for you. This is showing you BenchLink Data Logger Pro and a couple of the advanced features that are available. Multiple scan lists. It shows you how the events can sequence or give you some basic sequencing between those scan lists. And it also showed you a nice documentation feature that shows you the flow diagram between those scans. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.